Good morning, everybody. Okay, so today I'm going to try and see if you can move from using grid multiplication to short multiplication. Okay, short multiplication building us up to long multiplication. So we're going to go through a little example together. So I've got 36 multiplied by 18. I was going to check you can see that on the board, okay? Right, 36 multiplied by 18. Now, yesterday, you looked at that in the grid. So I can do a little mini grid up here, and I can say, well, I've got my 36, my multiplicand at the top, and I've got my 18 here. And I'm looking at multiplying my 36 by 8 and my 36 by 10, which makes up my 18. I can also do that using a bit of a formal method, still understanding that my 18 is a 10 and an 8. So I can start with 36 multiplied by 8, which is exactly what we're doing here, and then 36 multiplied by 1, because we know how to make that 10 times bigger because of our practice up here. So 36 multiplied by 8. Well, I know that 6 multiplied by 8, I'm going to count up in my 6's. So I might jot them down here, and I might have 6, 12, 18, 24, 32, 40, 48. Oh, 6, 12, 18, 24, 30. Oh, I started to go into my 8s then. 30. Hopefully you were sitting at home spotting my mistake. 36. 42, and then I can keep going on because I've got 6 times by 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 6 times by 8 is 48. So I can record my 4 here and my 8 here, 48. And then I've got 3 multiplied by 8, or as we know, 30 multiplied by 8. Well, I could write my 8s out here now. 8, 16, 24, 32, check that I'm not going too high, 40, and then stop there because I actually only need 3 8s. I know that 3 times by 8 is 24. Add my 4 here is 28. Now the reason my 28 is in the hundreds and the tens column is because actually I'm multiplying by 30. Instead of multiplying by 3. So that's the first part of my ones column. You could check it using the grid method if you felt confident with that yesterday and you want to have that alongside, but you haven't got to do that today. We're hoping to move on to this one. But if you did want to check, 36 multiplied by 8. Well, 6 multiplied by 8 is my 48. And then I've got my 30 multiplied by 8. Well, 3 times by 8, as we know, is 24. So 30 times by 8 must be 240. And then if you were to add that like you did yesterday, 240 add 48 is 288, which is the same as what we've got here. Then we're looking at the tens column, and we're still going to use our multiplication here. 36 times by 1. Well, we know straight away that our answer should be 36. What's left to do? Well, I'm actually multiplying everything by 10 and not 1. So I should have my answer. Well, let's check. 6 multiplied by 10 is 60. 30 multiplied by 10. Well, I might do 30 multiplied by 1 and then 30 multiplied by 10. So my answer should be 300. Well, 360 makes 360. So I know that this number made 10 times larger. I move each digit 1 place to the left, because left is larger, 360. All that I'm left to do now is add these two numbers together. Okay? 6 add 8, well, double 6 is 12, add 2 more is 14. 3 add 2 is 5, add 1 more is 6. 6 hundredths, 4 tens, and 8 ones. Today is about you moving to this method, but I only want you to do that if you feel confident with this. So if you could answer the questions yesterday and you were happy with that, then have a go with this method today. You might want to do both. So you might want to do this first because you feel confident and you know what you're doing, and then do this one next to it. And then eventually you might stop doing this step and then move straight to this step. Okay, the most important bit is we understand what this multiplier is, and we understand it's made up of how many ones and how many tens, so that we can add those two products up. Okay, good luck everybody.